Hi, so it's Sarah Davis again with TAG, Together a Group, and we're looking now at the Wellbeing Continuum, or the illness and the wellness continuum. So as I've said previously, if we look at our whole self and our holistic self to support our well-being, it will have a positive impact on our mental health. How do we do that? How do we decide to improve our well-being? So this model was produced by Dr. Travis back in the 70s, and it's still really relevant, and it's a really good kind of way of us thinking about our well-being. So if we have a look here, we're going to start kind of in the neutral point. So this is no illness or no well-being, and actually that people can be there. We're not either well or ill. There's a kind of a big gap in between of where we can stay stagnant for quite a while. For us to hopefully move this way, we would look at our well-being, and we'll talk about that in more detail, but I'm going to kind of talk about this bit, the bit we don't want to be at first. So this is kind of, so moving from our neutral point, again, no illness, no wellness, we're going to move kind of down here, and where I've written premature death. If we're dead, we can't be well or ill because we're dead. Point out the obvious, I know. But it's a well-known fact, I hope now for everybody, that actually if we don't look after our physical well-being and our mental well-being, that we are likely to die early. So it's really important that we stay at that end. So this part of the model is where you would be deemed to have an illness, and the further you go down, the kind of more detrimental that illness, to the fact where you're not thriving. So the model talks about people not thriving, and this is where you would be treated maybe with drug, medication, with kind of in a medical sense. What's really important to understand is that people can stay here, but it's how we can get back there, because it is a process. You don't have to stay here, but unfortunately some people do. And for a long time, some people have been continuously held in this kind of medical model of mental ill health, and it's how we can help people to move forward and move out of that. And that is the wellness, looking at wellness and our well-being, and that we can move forward for that. What we'll talk about in the next couple of videos is Connect 5, and this back in the 70s was already related to that. So it talks about actually our holistic self. If we look after our holistic self, so it talks here about awareness, about education, about growth. So this is kind of very much moving away from the medical model of treating illness, mental ill health, to improving our own well-being holistically and empowering ourselves to be able to do that. Well-being is a choice. It is a choice. It's a lifestyle. So when we talk about wellness or well-being is a way of being. So wellness is something you have, and well-being is something you are. You're living it. It's your lifestyle, and how you can move forward for that. And then ultimately you would flourish. And flourish will look different for different people, and the idea of what that is very subjective. But it's really important, what I'm kind of trying to point out here, is that there is a neutral point where we have no illness or wellness. And I feel that there's a good argument to say people can stay here, and we can be stuck here, and not necessarily know how to move forward to better wellness, high levels of well-being, and how that can have such a positive impact on our health.